Hey guys, Clayton Moore, CEO of NetCents. I want to apologize for getting this video off to you guys a little bit late. Unfortunately, I did come down with the flu over the holiday season, and I want to thank you guys for all your supportive comments that you guys sent in. Thank you so much. I want to thank you guys for all of your amazing support. It's been amazing. It's been an interesting journey over the past few months. We've had some amazing and incredible things happen with the company. We've had some, 3 of the largest deals that we put together in the cryptocurrency space right now, and we've got a lot of amazing things that are coming up. We also launched our exchange. We just recently launched the coin, as you know, and I particularly want to thank you guys for your patience and your support during those times. We've learned a lot. We've got a lot of questions in from you guys. So let's get to it. So our first question is from user at Vuzer 888. Thanks for your question. He's asking, will we see the integrations into Point Terminal go live anytime soon? I can say that the integration is underway with Point Terminals. I do believe it's about 4 weeks away from completion. And when I do say completion, I mean the integration into the Point Terminal system itself will be complete, and it will be available for all the other download or all the other Point Terminals to download, and then we'll start to second phase rollout with all the other merchants who are accepting Point Terminals. The education process, all of that will come next. So that is moving forward, and it is ahead of schedule. I think we just announced a couple of weeks ago that we were even working with Point Terminals, so the tech team is doing an amazing job there. Another really great question by the same user is, when will we see the NCCO coin in the real world? As we just announced, you guys have been following along, we've just announced Alliant, we just announced Point, we just announced FlexiPin. And I do want to mention, within the cryptocurrency space, those are 3 of the largest agreements that have been signed, not only for the payment processing side, staying true to who we are payment processing. That's why we've released the coin. That's why we connected the dots with the exchange. The exchange is part of the settlement process for the merchants, and that was why we released the coin the way we did, with an asset backed. So, like I said, keeping true to who we are and the payment processing side, and that's creating the entire ecosystem of NetCents. Now, I just want to point out a couple of things regarding the 3 of the contracts, because that seems to be a consistent question that keeps coming up from you guys. Is the agreements that we just signed into. I mean, we've just signed into 3 of the largest agreements within the cryptocurrency space within the last 6 weeks, and they were back to back. One of the agreements that we did sign was FlexiPin, and I think we didn't really get across exactly how important FlexiPin is to what we're doing to cryptocurrency in general, and also to the platform and the rollout. The ability, we want easy access for everybody to transact online with cryptocurrency, and giving that access, and I think that's what we've built, is, a couple of the questions that keep coming in are regarding the payment processing side, how they get the coins, the wire transfers, and I'm going to get into that, and I will back up into that. But one thing I want to talk about is the FlexiPin. I mean, this is a major agreement. I mean, there's over 7,000 retail locations where you can go in and you can purchase Bitcoin. You go online, you go to NetCents, you add in your receipt, and you can purchase the Bitcoin. To have NCCO even considered on that platform through those retail locations with a group like FlexiPin is amazing. On top of that, we've got the Alliant deal. I mean, over 7,000 merchants. I mean, focusing cryptocurrency, one of the biggest issues with cryptocurrency that I've seen in the marketplace, and I've been in cryptocurrency, I've known cryptocurrency almost from conception, way back. I won't even get into the time, my gaming days, integrating into payment systems back then. Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin for what it is, for what it wants to be. Unfortunately, the medium for Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, has failed. It is not a transactional, it's cumbersome. The blockchain, we're starting to see it now, how difficult it is to transact, how difficult it is to process. Then there's not even that many people or merchants that are out there that are accepting Bitcoin because of the volatility in price. A merchant wants to accept a payment, they are selling a product online for $50. A merchant doesn't care if they're getting a currency that might be worth $1,000 tomorrow. They want $50 for a product. And that's why we invented and came up with NCCO the way we've created NCCO. And we've had some amazing people that have been a part in helping with the formula. You know, some banking experts. It's been incredible. The support has been incredible. But more importantly, it's been designed for the merchants and the users. Merchants, we talk to merchants, we talk to the merchants that we're working with today, and this is what they wanted. We also talk to the users and what they want. I mean, Bitcoin is a speculative currency. It's great for what it is. It's great for what it's doing. But us being a payment processing, it just didn't work. So that's what brings us. And that's why the agreements that we have today are so important, and important to cryptocurrency in general, because we're focusing on introducing it to the masses. We're not focusing on whether or not it's going to be, you know, worth X amount of dollars. Obviously, the price is going to fluctuate like any currency that's out there today. We want to see it consistently grow. We want to see it consistently grow up in price. We're new. We've just launched this. I think it's doing very well out of the gates. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for growth, and I think we're going to definitely get there in very short order, especially, like I said, with the agreements that we have. You can go online, you can go to NetCents, you can add in, NCCO, you can eventually, sooner than later, you're going to be able to go and make a purchase online, so you can do something with the cryptocurrency. Digital currency is coming. It's easier for consumers, it's easier for users, it's just easier on the whole medium. So look forward to that. It is coming. It's coming sooner than we ever expected it to come. And yeah, amazing things ahead. So the next question from Sean Strack. Thanks for your question, Sean. Is the focus on the current rollout on the point terminals, or are you also exploring potential partnerships in Europe and Asia? Right now, our focus is North America and is Europe. Like I said, we've just signed the agreement with Alliant in the United States. We're going to let that develop. It's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but the size of that agreement and what's going to come from that agreement over time, I mean, that's the focus for the North American side right now. But we are moving into the European side. We are talking to a couple of groups. We are talking with multiple payment processors. Since our announcement with Alliant, we've had multiple calls from processors. Like I said in the beginning, it is going digital. Merchants do want to go digital. One of the things that I do want to point out, and what's really happening in the industry that we're seeing on the inside as a payment processing company, with all the complications of payments and things like that that are happening with the chargebacks, with Visa, with MasterCard, it's getting very difficult, for users with the disputes, with the chargebacks. There's not a lot of leniency anymore, so a lot of really reputable companies are being deemed high risk. So what we're starting to see in the marketplace is actual merchants are out there looking for alternatives. So they're coming out and they're saying, hey, you know what, we need something that works for us. So again, a lot of payment processing companies talking to us. They love the widget that we've created. The tech guys have done an amazing job. I threw an impossible task at them, and they came through, and they continue to come through, and they continue to advance the technology, and that's really what's increasing the popularity of NetCents and what we've created with the merchants. There are competitors that are in the space. Merchants have talked to our competitors that are in the space, but they consistently keep coming back to us. So we are expanding. We are expanding into Europe. There's no planned expansion for Asia at this time, but it is something that we are definitely looking into. We are definitely watching. We are definitely having conversations, but there's nothing striking within the next 6 to 12 months for the Asian side. But definitely Europe's coming, so expect to hear some great things regarding the European market in the very near future. Okay, so next question comes in from Dustin R. at Canna Crypt. Great question, Dustin. What are the company's plans for the future development and deployment of crypto-based ATMs? Is there anything in the works? Absolutely. I think we might have hit on it with a couple of previous press releases. We're always looking for different ways to advance our platform and user-friendly, user accessibility. And one of the things is the convenience of somebody withdrawing or converting cryptocurrency into traditional fiat right at the cash machine. And like I said previously, the advancements of what we've built with the platform, what's coming, it's incredible. It's amazing. Like I said, I can't believe that the tech team our CTO Mehdi has done an amazing job leading the guys and what they've been able to pull off. The platform that's coming out and the features that are coming out with it, bar none. I mean, it's not only is NetCents now ahead of the curve with, you know, the agreements and what we've produced so far, we're taking it one step further. I mean, we're talking about cryptocurrency to traditional fiat real time and out of a bank machine. And we are working with a couple of different companies. They're not banks, but they're on the lower end, ATM corporations, you know, that are linked up onto the banking system that we are talking to. And there will be some integrations that are coming up regarding that, again, within the next 12 months. So I got another great question here from Jason Althouse. Jason, great question, and it's a question that comes up quite frequently, actually. The NCCO strategy behind having 3 separate markets for a single source of coin that has tranches valued in a single currency, if the goal is to have a globally accepted coin, would it not make sense to have a single global market with a set currency value? Absolutely. This was one of the challenges when we were developing the exchange, is how do we utilize the current system that's out there with the FX component and marry everything together onto one platform. Unfortunately, all the other exchanges that are out there are similarly built, European, Canadian, and on the US side, and they're different. So you do have that fluctuation in price, and there is that back and forth. But I can say, as I've been discussing previously, with the platform and the launch of the new website and the new platform, that we have come up with a solution that we can combine those, and I can say that there's not another exchange out there today that has been successful in coming up with the advancement of making this a European, you know, a transaction, a Canadian transaction, or a US transaction all into one to truly make NCCO a global coin. So to answer your question, we are working on it. We do see the difficulties and we do see the challenges with the way the exchange is right now, but that is being eliminated, and that is being actually eliminated in short order. So I do believe even in second quarter, we will be making that change, and that will be adjusted, and you'll see that within the new platform that's coming up. Okay, so I've got an interesting question, not a question that I get a lot of, but a very interesting question and a very good question from DJ Sab. Where will my wallet be in Canada? What does it mean for taxes? Where do I report, and how? Will I have to pay Canadian and German tax? Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I can only give you, what I'm going to give you is, in my opinion, an assumption. The wallet is in Canada. We are advancing that and making the addition to the feature that wherever a user is, they can download the wallet, and it will be, you know, for example, in Germany, it will be over here in Canada, or in the United States, anywhere in the United States. But right now, the wallet is in Canada. So I can only, because again, I'm only assuming, and I do suggest that you seek advice from a financial advisor. We do have a tax treaty. Canada does have a tax treaty with Germany. And because the wallet is in Canada, if you do make money through the wallet, I'm assuming that you definitely would have to pay or report taxes over in Germany. However, I wish I could get into a little bit more detailed. I have sent an email off to our accountants and our auditors and a personal friend of mine who is an amazing financial advisor. Unfortunately, it is the holidays and they're not in, so that's the only thing that I can offer at this time. But I will be sending, when they do get back in, I will be finding out exactly what that process is, and I will be posting that, and I will send DJ a personal email letting her know and explaining exactly what that process is, and also on the blog. So if anybody else is wanting to, we will post that information up right away for you guys. Okay, so a question from Dustin at CanaCrypt. Has there been any activity other than the original tranche on the shares debt with Illumina? There was a Form 9 filed. There was a Form 9 filed that was on November 27th, but we haven't done anything at this point. I'm not sure what the plan is there. President of the company, Gord, he overlooks that and he lets me know what's going on. But no, there's not been any other deal since. The company is positioned financially very well. We have a lot of options that are available to us for financing. We get a lot of calls from people, groups, investment banks now getting to that next level that are calling us. But like I said, we are in a position, we are financially in a very good position financially. My biggest thing is dilution. I don't like to dilute if there's no point in diluting. We have a very tight share structure. I think total there's 42. I might be off a little bit, but 42 million shares issued and outstanding, all in. Management has 40 to 45%. So it's a really tight share structure, and I don't, I don't foresee just raising capital when we don't need it to just raise capital. I mean, I believe in what we're doing. I mean, management, we don't get to sell any shares. We hold all of our shares. Nobody in management, nobody insiders, none of the executives have sold any shares to date, and there's no plan to do so. With everything that's on the table, I mean, you can just see the writings on the wall for NetCents, the growth, the potential, what's coming for the company. I mean, just with the agreements that we have, other things that are coming down the pipeline. I mean, the future and the value of NetCents is, tomorrow, not today. So we're looking for, the bigger gains in the future with the company. So keeping it, the share structure as tight as we possibly can as we move forward. So, yeah. So I don't know, I don't see it on here, but there was a couple of questions that I did see that were coming up consistently, and I'm not sure where they're at, but I do want to address them. And one of the questions was regarding PayPal, and a couple of the questions are regarding the ability to transfer money into the NetCents systems. Now, PayPal, it was my decision to make the change from eliminating Visa and MasterCard and PayPal. And I'm going to tell you why. And a lot of companies probably won't tell you this. But one of the biggest issues within purchasing cryptocurrency with people with credit cards are chargebacks. We learned this in the very beginning long ago, the hard way. So a user goes online, they use their credit card, they purchase cryptocurrency. Visa and MasterCard have a no tolerance, phone us up, immediately anything to do with cryptocurrency, they refund it. So they've taken the cryptocurrency, they've purchased it, they've moved the cryptocurrency from their wallet, then they phone the back and they say it was a chargeback. So it's a fraudulent, and it's something that happens, and it's consistent within the marketplace, and it upsets me to no end. But however, unfortunately, because of that, I decided that during the launch of the exchange and during the launch of the coin, that we eliminate the credit card processing side, and we also eliminated PayPal because there was also some fraudulent activity that was taking place on the same side of things. They'd phone their company, or they'd phone up their PayPal account manager, and the same thing happened. So this way, to keep everything fair, to keep everybody on the same page, and fair for everybody, we did the wire transfers, and I know it wasn't the most convenient way, and again, it was a little bit challenging, and the overwhelming support, and you guys running down to the banks, and you guys working through us with the e-transfer side of things, incredible. The support and the love that you guys have shown us, amazing, and I'm grateful for all of it, and we'll consistently continue to try and make things easy, accessible as we possibly can. I can tell you now that the exchange is live, now that the coin is live, we have built in some security features for this, and we are getting comfortable where we now can announce, or not announce, but we can now add back credit card, Visa, and MasterCard. And we will look to PayPal. I'm not sure. It wasn't something that a lot of people use, but the credit card component is there. We do have the relationship with Visa and MasterCard. It was all about putting the security measures in, working with both of those groups in ensuring that keep everybody honest and everything honest as we move forward. So we will be implementing, and we will be adding those two features back to the platform to make it a lot easier for you guys to make those purchases. And again, like I said, the fact that you guys ran it down really tells us, what we've done, validates everything that we're doing, and the support, like I said, is amazing, and it's incredible. And I do want to thank you for that. So thank you. So there's another question here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the username. But what exchange will you support in future time? Are there considerations to support exchange from into other alternative coins except Bitcoin and Ethereum? Now, I know you guys saw the announcement of Bitcoin and Ethereum coming off our platform. And particularly the reason that we were taking Bitcoin and Ethereum off the platform is because of the issues that are happening right now with the blockchain. I mean, everybody wanted to come in and the systems were working properly, but the relationship that we have with our partner exchange, and again, the wiring the money, not using credit cards, I mean, the back-end process for this it's cumbersome, which is, I mean, it's great for us, and that's why NetCents is what it is today, and that's why we're building the features that we have is taking what's existing in the marketplace, looking at the process, seeing how cumbersome the process is, how complicated the process is, and streamlining it the best that we possibly can. And thankfully, we've got a rock star tech team. Amazing. Like I said, the challenges that I've thrown at them and the fact that they've been able to complete them is amazing. But having said that, that is one of the biggest issue is the timing on the blockchain. So when somebody comes in and says, hey, I sent money in for my Bitcoin, I sent money in for my Ethereum 3 or 4 days ago, great, we've got it, we've got all the information, we've sent it out, but it's sitting on the blockchain. I mean, it's the biggest problem, that the issue that's in the marketplace right now with a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum's a little bit better, it's a little bit faster. I like what everything with Ethereum's doing and how well they pay attention to you know, consistently increasing and making sure that everything is running slowly, but the whole Bitcoin side of things. We are going to introduce that back again because we are going to introduce our exchange, which is connected into the distribution channels that we have that will eliminate a lot of the challenges that we're seeing with payment processing companies such as NetCents, and there are a couple others that are out there that do also have the same similarities with the exchanges that are built into the back end. We've taken that process out, we've eliminated that process completely. Now we're in control of the process, so that streamlines it. That makes it almost instant. I mean, it's never going to be instant on the blockchain, but it'll be a lot quicker than what it is now. And so we are going to look towards alternative coins. Now, there's a lot of alternative coins that are out there. I mean, we're seeing some amazing things. I'm following it every day. I think it's great what's happening in the marketplace. Again, not a lot of these coins are on the transaction side of things. So we are going to look at probably the top 5 that are out there that are in the transactional space that we will look towards possibly introducing into the exchange at that time. But again, you know, we do have NCCO coins, so and the environment and the ecosystem that we created is to support the NCCO coin. However, like I said, if people are using altcoins and they want to use that, who are we to deny them the ability to make those transactions and things like that online? So if that's the case, we will definitely support some of those in the future. Okay, so we're coming down to the end of the questions. There are a few, I know I've got a couple pages here, but there are a few of these questions that are pretty consistent. A couple things that I do want to end off with. One of the biggest things is I do want to be more involved in giving you guys information and getting you guys the information that you need. One of the reasons that I took the company public, and a lot of people ask me why I decided to take the company public, and that was transparency. I completely believe in transparency. As you can see on our Facebook page, whether it's good or bad, we want you guys to know about it. Nothing goes perfect. But one of the things that I do want to mention, there's a lot of things that are out there, you know, whether it's messaging boards, whether it's blogs, you know, we've just seen, you know, a volatile stock price. I'm at the mercy of the stock price. You know, I think where the stock price is at right now is a nice floor for the company, you know, with lots of room to grow, you know, but I do want to say, you know, the opinions of others that are not involved in the company are merely just that. They're the opinions. So that's, you know, one of the biggest things when I became, you know, got into the space or, you know, got into the CEO as the founder of the company. A lot of people always said, hey, you know what, the CEO kind of just stays to the side, doesn't really say anything and just focus on the business. While I do believe in simply focusing on the business, 100%, I do want to be more involved in making sure that you guys are getting the appropriate information, the correct information, and the information that's coming directly from us. I mean, whether it's good or bad, nothing is perfect. You know, as you can see on our Facebook page, you know, we haven't hit anything. I mean, there's been some complications regarding, you know, our call centers and, you know, funds not being received on time and all of those things. And I hope I've addressed that. You know, every company does definitely go through the teething process. You know, but the opinions of others that are not involved in the company shouldn't waver you know, certain decisions. And, you know, you've got to really watch what's happening in the marketplace and who those opinions are benefiting. And I know you guys, you know, you're amazing, you're doing your thing, and your support is amazing. But also just remember, I mean, the company just signed 3 of the largest agreements in the cryptocurrency space. So when people say to me, and one of the questions is, where do I see the company? Where's the direction and the vision for the company in the next year or so? We've simply signed 3 of the largest agreements. Those agreements in the very near future will be our smallest agreements. The company, what we developed, the platform that we developed, everything has been developed around longevity. We are here to introduce cryptocurrency into the masses. We've got experience in the payment processing side. We process for our merchants now. Now, digital currency, like I said, it is coming. And we, I think, saw it a little bit sooner than a lot of the other companies out there, and we jumped on it. And like I said, we've got an amazing team of people who, you know, right from, you know, you walk in the door from the tech side of things to the customer service side, amazing. And the challenges that they've been able to overcome on the technical side continuously keeps the company ahead of the curve in everything that it's doing. So where do I see the company? With some of the features that we've built into the technology previously, to the technology that we're developing now within the blockchain technology, to the future of what's coming, whether it's a completely different industry or a completely different market, we're on it. We're looking into it. We're trying to move away from being a traditional payment processing company. We're definitely going to integrate our platform into merchants. We want users we want to introduce our coin and cryptocurrency into the masses, for sure. But there's a couple other avenues that are there that we're going to start to move the company into that's really going to steer the company completely away from any of the other companies that are competing in the space, whether it be for merchants or users. I mean, we've already got a really good portion of that market. So we are thinking the future. The vision that I have for the company, I'm talking 20, 25 years down the road. This is a company that we're here, we want to build. Cryptocurrency is coming. It's a revolution. It's happening. And, you know, we're part of it. Not only we're part of it, I think it's great that people say we're kind of one of the leaders in the space. And we're going to continue, and consistently we're going to be, you know, carrying that on. So getting back to it, like I said, the opinions on some of the blogs are the opinions of people who are not involved with the company. So just take it for what it is, and I'm going to try and be more getting you guys the information that you need and being a little bit more involved as much as I possibly can. As you can imagine, it's pretty hectic. It's go, go, go. And with the team that we have, we've done some amazing things. And we, you know, up in the morning till we go to bed at night, it's 24/7 around the clock, go, go, go on this company. So anyway, like I said, I really appreciate all the comments, all the questions, all the support, good comments, negative comments, all of it. I mean, even the negative comments, they help us increase, redevelop, add new features, whatever it may be. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, keep it coming, because we utilize it all, we bring it all, and we appreciate all of it. So again, thank you for all your support. I hope you all continue your support, and I look forward to bringing you much more amazing news over the year of 2018 and being more involved and giving you guys the information that you need directly from the company, whether it's myself, whether it's a chief marketing officer, and maybe I can even talk Mehdi, who's behind the camera, as our CTO, you know, to getting you guys some technical questions as you need them. Thanks again.